Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This episode of the SmithSquad Podcast is brought to you by Rise Media. What Rise Media is a network created by YouTubers. So if you are a YouTuber of a relative size, maybe 100 subscribers, 500, 1,000, even 10, if you're looking to start making money with your YouTube channel, basically Rise Media is a really solid network that was created by MC Sports Hawk and Nuvera HD, who are two actual YouTubers. So if you're looking to start making money through YouTube, basically it's going to be a link down in the description. You can follow that. And quick little ad. Oh my God, I'm sick. So what is up, people of the world? This feels weird. This feels weird doing it here. This is my I've said this before, but this is my original studio. I'm back home again for the break. So I thought we'd do it. Well, of course we do a podcast. It's Thursday. Okay. So we got a couple things to cover. First things first, I don't know how much time I have right now, and it was either right now or never. So if this is like a half an hour podcast, it's a half an hour podcast. It's a 15-minute podcast. It's a quick, awesome 15-minute podcast. If it's 2 hours, heck, it's 2 hours. But trust me, it's not going to be 2 hours. Anyways, so first things first, the thing that I have probably got over 1,000 messages from each and every one of you out there. Where's Lex? Where the heck is Lex? What happened to his channel? Did he get banned? What happened? My comment section has just been 80% where's Lex, or what happened to Lex, or different wordings of basically trying to identify what has happened to MrT Lexify's YouTube channel. And I haven't commented on it at all. I retweeted it. I retweeted his tweets. I let everyone know, like, okay, everybody, Lex's channel's been taken down. Don't worry about it. And I continued to just get messages and messages. Where's Lex? Where's Lex? Patrick, bring back Lex. It's all your fault that Lex is gone. And I was like, whatever. Like, I'm just not getting into this. This is not my channel. I'm going to inform people what they need to know. But if you're not going looking for the information, I can't help you. I'm not going to reply to 1,000 people the exact same thing. When you could have easily just clicked on my Twitter and seen, oh, MrT Lexify, Patrick Smith retweeted MrT Lexify that Lex is currently suspended. So if you didn't know, Lex got his channel suspended for a little bit. Exact same thing that happened with me. It was just kind of a stupid glitch with the YouTube system. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. People, I mean, I understand people were worried about it, but Lex is back. He's gone for like 4 days. I was lucky I got it back in 2 hours. So like I didn't even have much. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was panicking, like really, really upset. But it's good. He's back. So really, so this is part of the reason I'm not sure how long this is going to be. The other is I got to leave soon. But yeah, Lex is back. That's really all there is to say. Now, Lex may call in the middle of this episode and happen to be in. I just fired him a text, like he's at school right now, so we can't record with him. I was gonna get him on to this week, and we're gonna shoot the shit about YouTube, but he's at school right now, and I gotta leave soon. So if he happens to call my Skype, then he'll be on for a little bit, but probably not. So if you came here looking for Lex, there's like a 30% chance he'll be here. But if he's not here, don't hate him. It's all my fault for voluntarily signing him up for it. Anyways, that's that. I have been sick since the New England Patriots won the Super Bowl, which is, well, what is the date? The 19th, so 20 days. 20 days. I've been sick for 20 days now. I guess technically 19, but whatever. What the hell? What the hell, body? You're killing me. Like, I have actually, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, for the last, week, I've just been straight up, like flu-y. Before that, the 2 weeks before that, I've just been head flu, but now I'm sick. I don't know what's wrong with me. I eat healthy. I have been exercising regularly, but that's the thing about me is I am a really hard-working person, and I get all my stuff done. I got a good mark in university, good grades in university. Plus, I run a YouTube channel. Plus, I exercise, try to daily. But when I get sick, it's just everything goes out the door, and I just don't feel like doing anything. I gotta feel good, and if I feel good, everything's golden. But like for the most part, it's like nothing is ever golden for more than 2 weeks, and I get sick again. Like I go to the gym and I'm going good and I'm starting to make some gains, and then it's like, oh, sick. And it's like, there's no point in working out when I'm sick, because I'm just going to feel like dick. God, this is just a weird comment, but I hate my hair right now. Like, I just got the worst haircut ever, and it's just so, like, shaggy, but just poor job. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I just hate looking at it, because it's just so shaggy, and she just did such an awful job. So, actually, this isn't worth a story. At my university, obviously it's away from home, so I don't go to my normal hairdresser. So I went to this hairdresser a couple weeks ago, and I basically just called up, was like, hey, can you give me a haircut, like, real quick? They're like, yeah, sure, we can do this for you. So I'm like, sweet. So I walked down in between classes. Like, she's like, hey, what do you want? So I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of like looking for a trim, but I want it like really short on the sides, because it just gets really long, but also short enough here so that it doesn't grow out. What is it doing right now? It's growing out here, but it's too short on the sides, which is what I don't like. I like it short on the sides, but also equally short enough that it doesn't grow out like this and just like start to go down and become bangs. So she's like, all right. So she brings on a magazine, puts down a little panel, little like page of like maybe 7 different haircuts, and she's like, which one do you want? And I'm looking at her like, this is friggin' North Korea, because I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but there's all this, like, one of these things about North Korea is like, you're only allowed to have 6 different haircuts. There's only 6 haircuts you can have in North Korea. And that's just kind of how I was feeling. It was like, you're only going to let me choose between one of these 7 haircuts. So I'm like, all right, well, that looks ridiculous. That just looks like, I don't even know what that is. I look like a friggin' lion there. So let's just go with this one. Let's play it safe, which was the closest one to what I wanted, which was like extremely short, like pretty much buzzed all around the sides, like that thing that all those guys are doing now. Basically like that, with hair up top, but not so pronounced, like not so short here and not so long here. So she kind of did like a variation of that, and I'm like I chose a variation of that, I should say. She didn't really do a variation of that. So, God, pulls out the razor. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but she must be doing the back of my neck. Because keep in mind, I go to a nice hairdresser. Like, it's just one of those things, like, there's a few things you don't want to skimp out on. Like, tattoos is one. If you're going to get a tattoo, you should pay a lot of money for your tattoo. Get a good tattoo. Don't skip out on shoes, because you got to treat your feet nice. Don't skip out on, like, anything on your face, like eyewear, hats, I guess ear piercing if you're a girl. And don't fuck up your face, okay? And haircuts, okay? Haircuts, because you don't want to go look around with a goofy haircut. It's I don't even know. It's not awful. Like, I'm fine with it, but I like getting a good haircut. So I go to like a really good cosmetologist, like she's a master hairdresser, whatever, like $30 haircuts, because it's worth it to me, because then she doesn't fuck up my hair. Okay, so she pulls out the razor. I'm like, oh, this is weird. She must be doing the back first, because keep in mind, my hairdresser just only uses scissors. She only uses scissors. She'll use this weird thing that like grips the hair and rips it out to give it texture, and she'll like trim the back right in here, get it nice and even and nice and like down, and she makes it nice. So I'm like, oh, she must be doing the back first. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Takes it, puts on like a 1-inch thing, and just goes, just shears my entire head. So like, I'm rocking like bangs down to here and just nothing around here. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying. I'm like about to cry. I'm like, why did I go here? Why did I go here? So I'm thinking, okay, well, you know what? Maybe, it's not the final result. It may be improved. So she takes out these scissors. I'm like, okay, good. Does like a minute of like just kind of trimming around here, then goes back to the razor, starts just like giving it on top of my head, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why were the scissors not sufficient? Were they not working, or what? I don't know. But anyway, she goes back to the razor and starts doing it. So basically, she does like from here back, and then all around the sides, like basically like the whole head except for the bangs. Now, I'm fortunate she didn't take the razor to the bangs, because then I would have looked like an idiot, more so than I did. But basically she trimmed bangs a little bit more, and that was it. So not what I was looking for, clearly. I wanted it short, but I didn't want it buzzed, right? Because when you buzz it, what happens is like it sticks up, and that's where it's at right now. It doesn't look actually, like, it doesn't even look too bad today because I just showered, but like it sticks up, and like it sticks up like back here, and it's just like a ball of hair when you buzz it because it just makes it stick out. And like the last 3 weeks, my hair's just been sticking out, and I use hair gel, I use hair wax, I use anything, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just sticks up. So moral of the story there is, like, seriously, just do not go to an unknown hairdresser. Well, I guess you kind of have to, because you're not going to find the good hairdresser, but like, find a good hairdresser. Don't skip out on your hair, because it like when I do it like that, like, you see it's just not nicely done. You look at me straight on, it's not that bad, but you're like, yeah, okay, I can see where you're a little upset about this, Patrick. You know what I mean? You can go like that, but it's just not really an on-point haircut. So, I paid $15 less, but not worth it. Not worth it, because now I feel silly. Anyways, that was the story I had no intention of telling, but this is the Smith Squad Podcast, and that's what we do. I got a very important text message, which relates into me having to leave early. Okay. My friend says, Trusay, how are we getting there tonight? I say, I take it you don't have a car. I try not to text, but just important things like that. Anyways, if I'm listening right now, I'm probably like, oh my God, Patrick, I want to keep hearing your stories. Anyways, this is 41, right? I don't know. Okay, so what do I want to talk? I got a lot of things I want to talk about and not much time. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. There's YouTube for you. We got Lex out of the way. I'm gonna talk about Patreon. No, I don't want to talk about Patreon. That's not entertaining for you guys. I want to talk about YouTube. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about YouTube. So I get a lot of messages out there, people saying, Patrick, I love your content. You are inspiring, or whoever other YouTuber is inspiring, and you've made me want to make my own videos. Got any tips? Can you help me out? Can you give me a shout out? Can you do this? Can you do that? I thought I would kind of throw this in here as maybe like a little 10-minute portion of the podcast, but I wanted to talk about this. Is YouTube for you? Not really tips for YouTube, a little bit, yes, but is YouTube for you? Is YouTube something that you should pursue? Because I get so many of these messages and I just never have time. And I may even cut this part out and put it up again as a separate little bit because this is important. Anyways, so YouTube. Is YouTube for you? So you want to start a YouTube channel. You like, hey, I love, I think from the beginning, the first question that you have to ask yourself is, why do you want to do YouTube? Do you want to do it because you've seen like me or Lex or Two Pro Few Games doing the zombies and you're like, that's awesome, or, like whatever game. And you're like, that's sweet. I want to emulate that. I really enjoy that. Like, good for you. Or is it like, I want to make money, I want to be famous? You got to first ask yourself that question. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say there's only one way you can do YouTube, and that's if you want to do it as a passion. If you only want to do it because you enjoy it. You can do YouTube for money. I know many YouTubers that do YouTube for money, and I know a lot of YouTubers that do it for fun, or they started out for fun, right? If you're starting out, and you're starting out because you want to make money, you can do it. But keep in mind, you're not going to last. Every single YouTuber I know who's even got successful, who started it for money, has fizzled out. Because once you don't get that success, you just have no motivation to do it, right? And you just drop out. Now, there have been people who've been like instant successes, and then they get like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and eventually they just lose interest in it and quit out. And I can think of countless YouTubers. I'm not going to name anybody. The key to being a YouTuber is you want to have to do it. You want to be like, oh my God, I love this, I'm just going to use myself as an example. I feel like such a cocky bastard, but it's just easier this way. I love Patrick's videos. They're so entertaining, and I want to emulate that. I want to do that. So where do you get started with that? Well, like I said, the first thing, ask yourself, how do you want to do it? And if that's your mentality, then yes, YouTube is possibly for you. Now, next thing, and this is kind of bullshit, honestly, I'm going to be straight up, is like, do you want to get big, or do you just want to have 1,000 subscribers? And I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, you want to get big, okay? Everybody says, everybody, like, I just want to get 100 or 1,000 subscribers and we can just have this little community. That'd be fun. And, I can make videos and have like some fun feedback and it'd just be cool to just hang out with my subs. That's what you'll think. Even if you're like, you got like noble intention, like, I just want 1,000 subscribers. I just want 100 subscribers. Trust me, you're going to want more, okay? It's just the thing is once you get 100, 200 is going to look better and it's going to be so on and so on. So understand the first off is that if you want to do YouTube, you're never going to be satisfied, okay? That's the first thing I tell people. And then the second thing I tell people is what kind of worker are you? Like how dedicated are you? Because here's the thing with YouTube is YouTube will take up all of your time if you let it, okay? Think of YouTube as a business almost. And it's crazy because it started out as something so small, but this is really the thing that you have to ask yourself, like, is YouTube for you? Nowadays with YouTube, if you want to be successful, you have to go full out. You can't do YouTube half-assedly. You just won't be successful. And if you ask anyone big on YouTube, you ask them how they've gotten there, they will probably tell you the biggest key is hard work. Now, I hate, like, it's so like shitty to hear that, but the truth is that's everything with life is like you have to work hard. You have to just grind, okay? Like I started my YouTube channel August 2012 and I've uploaded like over 1,000 videos. I have a lot of them privatized now, but I've uploaded over 1,000 videos. In the last 2+ years, I've only missed one day of uploading, okay? Now I'm a little OCD. I hate to say the word OCD, but like I'm a little anal about it. That's my goal and I stick to it. I've only missed one day and it was just, an issue. But like the thing is, what I'm trying to say about that is if you are someone who wants to do YouTube, you have to understand that it's not something you can really do half-assedly anymore. You have to go full throttle with it. A lot of people will start YouTube and they'll upload like 4 videos and say, "Oh, this isn't working. I'm not as big as I want to be." Here's the thing. You're not going to be like number one, you're never going to be satisfied. So keep that in mind. But number two, like if you're doing any gaming content, you need to upload at least every 2 days, like 3-4 times. Like MrT Lexify, I know he would only do like 2 or 3 uploads a day, but he uploaded really high quality content each day. But like as an example, like the biggest thing I want to drive into all you people out there who keep saying, I want to do YouTube, is if you are going to get into YouTube, if you're going to do that, like be full throttle with it. I would say you have to upload at least 4 times a week. And honestly, if you're starting out, like just upload almost every day. Once you get the hang of it and stuff, upload daily, because you're going to learn at a faster rate. You're going to get better. And just the main point of it is just the fact that YouTube is crazy now. There's people making millions of dollars. I know a guy who makes $300,000 a month. That's crazy. That's like probably that's like the cost of like your house. Okay, he makes that every month. So it's crazy. There's so much competition, and if you want to get into the game, you have to have that same level of drive. And that's just the truth. Like, I'm not going to, sugarcoat it and do what you want and enjoy it. Yes, do what you want. But if you're not willing to work your ass off, and trust me, you have to. And if you let it, you just will. It'll just kind of happen, and just something that does. Like, I woke up today, I was like, I don't want to do a podcast. Here I am doing a podcast, right? And I'm enjoying it now. But YouTube is crazy. And like, if you're not willing to go full throttle on it, it's probably not going to work for you. Now, there's a guy, a YouTuber out there. I hope you're watching this. I think his name is Z Toxicity. And he's a zombies YouTuber. He's like coming up. I see a lot of his comments on my channel. I've just happened to check him out. He's been in one of my videos actually. And this is a great example because he reminds me a lot of myself. He's a YouTuber who, I think he has like 900 subscribers right now, and he's doing zombies. And he's like the first YouTuber who's doing zombies who I've seen, who I'm like, yes, this guy's doing it right. This guy's going to be successful. And what is he doing? he is super, super active with the YouTube community. Like, he always comments on my videos and really good things that always get upvoted. So people are like, hey, what's this guy all about? They go and check out his channel. Subscribers, not spamming. He's just saying something positive and people want to go check him out because he's a positive person. That's awesome. That's exactly what I did. He uploads regularly. He is just dedicated, and he clearly is a guy who loves zombies. And really, that's like exactly that. Like he's one of the very first YouTubers I've seen since I've hit like 50K that I've been like, this guy's really small, he's good, and if he keeps working at it, he will be successful. Now, there is luck, okay? Honestly, like with me, I was at like 40,000 subs, and it was like, this isn't going my way. The last like 10 months have just been really slow, and my channel's not doing anything. And all of a sudden, here I am at 250,000 subscribers. So there is a little bit of luck to it. But here's the thing I say with the luck. If you upload every single day, okay, 365 days of the year, that's 365 chances to get lucky. If you upload only twice a week, that's like 100 chances to get lucky. If you upload only once a week, that's like 52 chances to get lucky. So yeah, there is a lot of luck involved in YouTube. But if you upload daily, okay, if the more you upload, the more chances you get of getting your video out there and just getting hitting a home run, okay? With the top fives, that was like my ultimate home run. It just blew me out of the park. Like 2 million view videos now, multiples with over 500,000. That was what blew me up to the top. I shouldn't say the top, but the top for me, because I'm like, what the hell, 250,000 subscribers? That's nuts. By the way, 250,000 subscribers, so thank you. I never really tweeted that out because I've just been tweeting a lot of accomplishments. I just felt weird. But anyways, like, if you're like just at the end of it, I just want to say, so if you're thinking about getting into YouTube, I'm not trying to scare you off, but honestly, like, it is so much work that if you're not really willing to do it, then it's probably not for you. Unless you just want to do it for fun. But like every YouTuber I know who's done it for fun and hasn't really gone full throttle end up, I'm not getting enough views, I'm not getting enough subscribers, I quit. And the only thing that I know that keeps people going is that constant growth. Me really, as long as I'm getting probably, I would say like 200, 300, 400 subscribers a day, like I'm fine with that. But that's in comparison because I'm getting like 1,000. Like if I was only getting 500, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'd be fine with 100 a day as long as I'm getting growth, right? So growth is just a positive thing. But with YouTube, like my 3 things are, number 1, you got to love it. You got to be like, if this is something awesome, like I see my favorite YouTubers doing this and I want to do it. That's like key. But the real key is being able to just work your ass off and just working. And like the thing is like right out of the gates, you don't have to be like that, but you're going to have to just accept you're going to have to work into it. And as your channel goes along and you realize a point where I'm getting pretty good at this, and I've got like 500 subscribers, you got to realize like, okay, it's time to nut up or shut up. And say like, okay, do we want to take this full throttle? And that was like what I did, and it worked for me. So I don't know. Really, the only key to being good on YouTube, I would say, is just uploading every day. That's it. It's just hard work. I wish there was a quick way to it. Top 5s did really well, but you know what I mean? That was just a luck. That was a luck thing. It worked out, but it never would have worked out if I didn't upload every day, because I probably would have been like, screw that. That's way too much work. But I was like, oh, what am I going to do today? I was like, Lex wants me to do a top 5. All right, I'll try top 5. Holy crap, 50,000 views. Let's keep going with this. Holy crap, I'm at like 100,000 subscribers. So that was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But like, really, my only thing is just, if you're going to do YouTube, you got to be willing to work hard. That's what it comes down to. That was a long way around it. So there you go. By the way, the guy's name I mentioned, I think he watches the podcast, so he'll probably get a little, I don't know, hopefully he comments down there and you guys go check him out. Because I don't know his name exactly. I want to say it's like Z-Toxicity or TheSmithPlays or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Anyways, there you go. You now know the key to YouTube. Just upload every single day. Pretty simple. No, not at all. Not at all. But anyways, there you go. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, I got like sorted topics here. Like I was gonna say, I knew this was going to be a packed episode, and I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. So, and you know how long this is gonna last, but I gotta continue sorting this out with my friends. So, segue is these texts. Okay, I will see if I can take mom's car. Okay, so friendship. Pause. Swear to God, I'm not doing coke. It's just vapor rub. Opens your nostrils up. You see, you normally wouldn't see that if this was the podcast, but we're doing it live. And okay, let's stop with these stupid interludes. Friendship. Okay. I have learned so much in the last 5 years or 5 months. Okay. I shouldn't even say 5 months. How long have I been single for? February. So January, December, November. So 3 months. Oh my God. Holy crap. It feels like I've been single for so long. I've been single for 3 months now, okay? Only 3 months, not a lot. And the amount of things I have learned in these 3 months is unparalleled to any other point in my life, except maybe when I learned the English language when I was like 2. And that probably a rival to this, but the last 3 months of my life. So for those of you who don't know, I was in a relationship from grade 8 to first year university. So the thing with being in a relationship is you're comfortable. It's really comfortable being in a relationship because you're like, man, like this is great. I love you. You love me. You don't really grow. You learn how to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you don't learn to grow as a person. So me in grade 8, like I stepped out of my 4+ year relationship. And I was like, okay, wow. So, and I stepped out thinking like, oh, I'm good. Like, this is going to be easy, like hooking up with girls and just talking to people and being a better person and all this stuff and being happy, all this stuff. And I realized quickly that was not the case at all. Like, I realized how far ahead of me everybody was. Okay, so most people I knew hadn't really been in on and off relationships, but, not really like long-term relationships and, nothing to 4 years. I have one friend who's been in a relationship for 4 years now with this girl. She's lovely. So it's cool. But, the girl I was with just wasn't going to work out. So being single for the last 3 months, I've kind of been playing catch up to the people my age. Now, I've always been a really mature person, really conscious person. Like, I try to, like, the biggest thing I always say is don't be a cunt. Just be a nice person, and, like, that's half the battle to life right there, I think, is as long as you don't make anyone else worse off, then, you haven't really, you may not have contributed to society, but you didn't make it a worse place. So that's really, like, no one should be mad at you for that. So just, be a nice person. So I'm not saying like I was like an idiot or anything, but I was an idiot. And at least when it came to being comfortable with myself, number one. Being, I don't want to say like this is such a cliche thing to say, but like good with the ladies. Do you know what I mean? Not like that, but just like just. As I should, there's different things when you're in a relationship. Sexually, it's about like knowing what one person wants, and you're comfortable with that person, and you just like emotionally, you know what they're like. But when you're single, it was like such a crazy jump where it was just like, okay, so now like I'm on my own, so now like you got to kind of be like adaptive to every girl you talk to, and you're hanging out with a girl and you're like, okay, like, you really got to be on your game much more than when you're with your girlfriend who's like, you're just comfortable with. There's such a comfort level there. So for me, it's been a crazy, crazy growing experience. Like, I have just learned so much, and it's just little things, like just like from the way you text a girl when you want to hang out to dressing nicer. And I'm not saying I dress nice, but like a white V-neck compared to what I used to dress, like some like blue shirt with like a DC logo. Honestly, guys, if you're younger, I just want to say if you're younger, if you're like still in high school or even junior high and you start dressing nice, like trust me, that right there, half the battle. Dressing nice is a key. And I work on it. I do my best. But when you get a silly haircut, oh my God, like look at that. Look how silly that looks. It's just, it's hard. But just dressing nice, like the way you text people, the way you talk to them, you engage with them. something I never really know, and I know a lot of people don't know this, touching people. And it sounds weird when I say this, but just put it like when you go up and you say like hi to someone, you go like, hey, how's it going? Putting your hand on someone has been scientifically proven to make that person like you more, because you touch them and there's like a reliever of stress when you put your arm, just like non-threatening way, like on their shoulder or on their arm, their back, in a very non-threatening area. Like not even like the small of their back or anything, but just, shoulder, arm. It's been proven, like when you touch a person, they actually will like you more and you will be more confident. And that was something I never knew. And I don't think a lot of people know that, but just try it, okay? Like I haven't been doing it for a while, but like for probably like a good 2 weeks, I'd be like, all right, every day I'm gonna try to do that to at least 2 people when I go up to them, kind of engage in the way that sets it up. So like, like, hey, how's it going? Like, and then you say something like jokingly, like, oh, have you, oh, I bet you haven't like done your homework, or I bet you're probably still drunk this morning, or something like that, in a really non-threatening way, and just touch their side of their arm. And it's like amazing. I don't know what it is, but for the rest of that conversation, you're like light years more confident and you feel more funny, easier to talk to that person. And I'm not sure if it's because you're more confident that they're like that, or the fact that you touch them, but they are more liking to you. Just a simple touch. It's weird, I know, but it's one of those things you'd never like look up on the internet. Okay, like you'd never look up that on the internet. And if you're in a relationship, you never look up like how to, you just. I find like as when I was in a relationship, I definitely grew, but I learned how to be a good boyfriend, and I never learned how to be a good. I shouldn't say a good person, but like a person in society that people like. And that's even bad to say, because like I'm a pretty friendly guy. I'm pretty easy to get along with. Most people I meet, I find it really easy to make friends with people. That's just the way I am. But as far as like with girls, like I was so like, I don't even want to say I was so far behind, but like just in a different way. And it's just something you learn, right? So it's just interesting to kind of like see that. Now, why I bring that whole up, and honestly, that was a tangent I really didn't know I was going to go on. It's because like, so there's my story. So I was in a 4-year relationship. There's just a lot of things I didn't learn with people in general, with girls that you're interested in, and just being happy with myself, which is something I didn't really mention. But I always thought like, like, oh, I'm so happy and all this stuff. And really the thing is because like I was in a relationship, so I never had that like loneliness or sadness. I think with a relationship, there's only one, it's the ultimate like grass is always greener on the other side, if you know what I mean. So like when you're in a relationship, you fight a lot. At least for me, I fought a lot. And if you are single, the equivalent to that negativity, that bad feeling, is being lonely, is being sad, right? And I never really experienced that before until I broke up, right? And it was like shitty. It was so easy to get attached to other girls or attached to other people because I shouldn't say attached to other people. That makes me sound gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. I honestly think more people should be gay, because then there's more girls for me. I love that argument. That is just the most funny argument, because it's just like it's the most I don't give a fuck about you being gay thing ever. Like I hate people that are gay. I hate people that hate people for anything that they have no control over. Like, go fuck yourself, please. Just go fuck yourself. But like, no, anyways, it's just like tangents. Anyway, so I gotta get back on track here with where I'm going, because that was like a 10-minute tangent to just both being single. But I did want to talk about that a little bit. So it's weird because I was like, 4-year relationship, and in my relationship, I was like I experienced a lot of resistance from me hanging out with my friends. The girl I was with really just didn't want me to hang out with my friends a lot. She'd rather I be with her. She didn't want me going out partying and all this stuff, which now that I look back, honestly, the partying thing was definitely good for me. But not being able to hang out with my friends was definitely damaging. And it wasn't like I got with this girl and I instantly changed, because it was grade 8, right? So like, you meet people and then they're like, oh, okay, that's how Pat is, because I've been with this girl for 4 years. Like, it's not, it's not like that. So like when everyone started partying and drinking and just hanging out more, Like, that was kind of how it was. Like, oh yeah, I'd come over sometimes I wouldn't. And then I broke up, and now it's like I'm hanging out with my friends like all the time. Number one, because I don't really like being by myself anymore, because there is a little bit of loneliness factor there. But number two is just I want to be with my friends because I don't like the time that I used to spend with my girlfriend now just goes towards my guys. So like it was pretty 50-50 with my girlfriend and my friends. I would say probably like 60-40 girlfriend to friends, but that's not bad. That's really not a bad thing, for you. Don't put that number up any higher, though, if you're with a girl. Don't go like a 70-30 because your friends are going to start to hate you. And this is where we're getting into it. So it's probably like 60-40, I would say, but that's pretty subjective. So with, where was I going with this? Like, I know where ultimately I'm going with this, but, okay, right. So when I broke up, like that whole 60% has just gone into hanging out with my friends, right? So quite a bit I'm with my friends. I have a friend. I don't want to name him off or anything. I don't want to call him out because I love this guy. He's been my friend for quite a few years now. At least like 4. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna name numbers, but he's been my friend for quite like at least through high school. And like he's got a girlfriend. And he went from not having a girlfriend to having a girlfriend. So he's the exact opposite. So I went from having a girlfriend to not having a girlfriend. So I hang out with my friends more. He's gone from not having a girlfriend to having a girlfriend. And like I never see the guy anymore. And I just want to say, like, as like people out there, like I feel like this is just an advice episode. This is great. This is actually going so much better. I'm not letting this end now. Okay. Putting the phone down, taking a drink. Okay. Sorry, just the hair. So with friends, like, there are going to be girls. Okay, there are going to be a lot of girls you encounter in your life. Some you'll date, some you'll hook up with one night, and some you'll marry, right? And I'm sounding way older than I am right now. But, that's the truth. The point is girls are going to come and go, right? Girls are going to come and go. And that doesn't mean that they're not important to you. That doesn't mean that they're not significant in your life. But the key takeaway from that is girls are going to come and go. With guys, it's not like things are on, not even a nice edge, not even like a platform's edge, but guys are just like very rarely will you stop being friends with a guy. Now, if he's a shitty dude, then yeah, whatever. But friendships do not end in the same way that relationships do, right? Relationship is like one day we were good and then it started falling apart and now we're just not good anymore. And I know we're going to break up and then we break up. Friendships don't happen like that. Now, they can, like, my best friend banged my girlfriend. Okay, well then yeah. This guy's a shitty person, or this guy does way too many drugs and I just can't hang out with you anymore because you're always on drugs, or you don't care about me, you care about drugs more than me, or whatever. That's a thing, right? That's a thing. But for the most part, your friends are probably going to be here to stay. Now, I'm in a really fortunate scenario where I have like 10 really good guy friends that I can, come home and I can hang out with any one of them and have a great time. But girls are not like that. So like when you get a girlfriend, or if you have a girlfriend, like, yes, like I know it's important, but never, ever, unless you're marrying her, like you are getting married to her, put her in front of your friends, okay? I did it. I was in a relationship for 4 years. I had a balance, I thought. We had a little compromise where it was like, look, like, screw you, sometimes I'm going to hang out with my friends, but a lot of it, there was a no, like, okay, I want to keep you happy. There was a balance to it, right? But I'm saying, when I say never ever, I mean don't make it like a thing. Like, obviously sometimes you have to put your girlfriend in front of your friends. That, yeah, like you're an idiot, you're a bad boyfriend if you don't. But don't make it a thing. Don't make it like, okay, I haven't seen my friends in a week. I've hung out with my girlfriend the last 2 days, but she wants to hang out today, so I'm going to hang out with her. No, do not, because the chances are you guys are going to break up, okay? Chances are. And even if you get married, there's still a 50-50 shot of you guys staying together. Don't put your friends on the outs. Don't put them in a situation where they're upset with you because you're never spending time with them anymore. Because when you break up, not if, okay, there's a very small chance. Like what are the chances of you getting married with your girlfriend right now? Really not great. And then there's still a 50-50 shot. And I don't want to talk about marriage because that's way too far and I don't have experience with that. But at least with girlfriends, there's a very good chance that you are going to break up with her. And if there's not a very good chance that you're going to break up with her and you're probably going to marry her, then she's probably a really good girl and you're not even in this situation. But mostly, okay, like I would say 99% of the girls that are going to make you like have to choose at least a little bit, or, you know, are okay with you choosing to go with her all the time, you're going to break up. And when you break up, it's going to be like, oh shit, I don't have this person I spend 90% of my time with anymore. What do I do? Oh, hey guys, weird, but I'm actually going to start hanging out with you a whole lot more now that I don't have my girlfriend. And it's like, oh, okay, now you're coming back after you've ditched us time and time again, and we have gone like weeks without seeing you, right? Don't be that guy in life, okay? If there's anything you're going to take from this podcast, it's that there's like 5 things so far. It's like Lex is back. If you're going to do YouTube, it's going to be really hard. What was the other things I went over? Dress nice, touch people when you talk to them. I think there was one more. Oh, and then relationships. I don't know what I said about relationships. Anyways. And be a good friend. And that's not even just with the relationships. Like, yes, okay, that's what we just went over. Don't ditch your friends. You know, try to see your friends at least once a week. I know you're probably busy, and I know your girlfriend wants to hang out, but make time for your friends. Tell your girlfriend, look, okay, you know, you could say, okay, look, you are my everything, but don't be like you are my 80%, right? Be like you are my 50%, and my friends are my other 50%, or even a 60-40, or 70-30 is pushing it. But make time for your friends, goddammit, because I've seen it happen with so many of my friends now. And there's some girls that my friends are with, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that. Like, over my break, I hadn't seen my friend for 4 months. I saw him once, okay? And he has a great girlfriend. I am so happy for him. I only saw him once. And I'm sure, like, part of that had to do with his girlfriend, you know? I mean, of course they wanted to hang out because she's, like, perfect, right? But I saw him once, right? He made time for me. That's great. I have friends who never, like, they hadn't seen this another guy for 4 months, and they didn't see him once over the Christmas break. And it's like, okay, whether that be for a girl or whatever, don't be that guy. Like, don't be that friend that just ditches your friends, or say like, yeah, man, I can hang out, and then be like, no, I can't. And then like 3 hours later, that guy's, you're like with another person. Like, be a reliable friend. And like, girls, yeah, but just be a good friend, okay? If you say like, yeah, man, I can hang out with you today, you better be hanging out with them unless something important comes up. If you say, you know, man, like I can drive you here, you better drive them there. You better be on point with things. Don't be a shitty friend, okay? I hate ranting, but like, I'll take a drink. Good friends are appreciated. If like my friends that I know are reliable people, it is awesome. It is such a good, healthy friendship, because it's like, if this guy says like, hey man, all right, like my friend I'm texting right now, all right, best friend of all time. He texted me. He's like, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something tonight. Little guys get together, and then a couple of other friends just had things. So I'm not like mad at these guys right now, but this is just in general. But you know, it was like a couple of guys like couldn't make it tonight, so it's like, all right, whatever. You know, that's fine. But you know, this other friend, we're like, all right, we're still gonna go like hang out and stuff, and we're like, all right, so how are we gonna get out to the cottage? And like, there's not like a doubt in my mind that he's going to bail out on me, unless it's for a good reason, right? If he's like, I already made plans to do something or whatever, like, yes. But having a good friend, or being a good friend that's reliable, that when they say, I will hang out with you, that's good. Be that guy. be that guy in life. Just be a reliable person, man. You don't have like. There you go. That's another one we're adding to the list. So be a reliable person. If you want to do YouTube, work really hard. The whole bit about relationships, about just being more outgoing and stuff. But that was a lot of just little advices. And Lex is back. I don't know where this podcast is going. We're 45 minutes in though, which is unbelievable. Lex isn't gonna be on the podcast. Anyways, so what was the last thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, there's two things I want to talk about. Damn, I think you guys are gonna get a full hour. That's awesome. I'm so happy that we're gonna get this hour in. Ugh. There's something nice about doing these solo podcasts because what do I got? What the hell was I just saying? Did you ever blank out like that? That's the thing that sucks about these. But what I was going to say, doing the solo podcast is great because it's like, okay, here's what I was going to say. I got an hour of free time. Let's do this podcast. You don't got to wait for your guests to get on. You don't got to contact people, add them on Skype and all that BS, get topics. You just, hey, I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to whip up the microphone, bring out the laptop, get this going, couple mental ideas in the shower or whatever, and let's just roll with this. And however far it rolls. And it usually rolls an hour. It doesn't always, but usually I could probably roll it to an hour and a half if I wanted to, but I don't. Because it just gets long, gets a little drawn out. So I got some big news for you guys. And I think I mentioned this before, but it wasn't set in stone. I got some big news for you guys. If you are a consumer of the SmithPlays product, we're going to say that. If you watch my videos, if you're a consumer of my product, which is hilarious to say, but it's true. You do consume my product. That's hilarious. I don't take myself seriously enough to say like I'm a business person and I create content for you guys to consume, but it technically is true. But we're not going to look at it like that. That's just weird. Anyways, I am going to be doing YouTube full time for the months of May, June, July, and August. It's 4 months. So why is that good for you, you may ask? Okay, well, the great thing about YouTube now is that you can make money from YouTube. And when you can make money, you're going to get a better product. And I've hit a point with my YouTube where actually I think I've got the monetization thing sorted out. I'm not 100% sure. And we're going to get into Patreon in a second. But I think monetization is sorted. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it is. So hopefully we're going to continue. We will be making money. And with me making money means I'm not going to have to get a summer job. Oh. So not having a summer job, working 30 to 40 hours a week, I am going to have a lot more free time. And with my free time, I am going to focus my soul and energy into putting out as much content for you guys as I can. So am I going to be a money whore? Yeah, I am a money whore, but if it means more videos for you guys, why would that be a bad thing at all? I don't ever understood the money whore thing. Now, if I was like, send me money, which I did for Patreon, but that was to support me when I didn't think I was going to be making money anymore. Now I am. So whatever. I don't care about your, I don't care about your money whore. I wish I had my wallet on me because I actually have like $100 in my wallet right now because I'd be like, oh, it's so, it's so sad. Everyone's calling me a money whore. But no, so I don't know where I'm going with anything ever. But basically what I'm trying to get to the point is I'm going to be doing YouTube full time, which is awesome for you because it means I'm going to be putting out more videos. So the goal is going to be double podcasts. So one solo, one guest a week. That's a possibility. That's in the mix. If I can get a good sponsor, a solid sponsor, that's likely to happen. But I've got to start reaching out to some more people, reach out to a few companies, and really bad at getting back to me. Elgato, I'm calling you out right now. But if I can get like a sponsor for the podcast, like a legit sponsor, we got Rise Media, so we got one right now. But if we can get a second one, then yeah, there'd probably be double episodes of the podcast, so like a Monday, Friday kind of thing, or maybe a Thursday, Sunday. No, we got to keep it Friday. I love the Friday. The Friday podcast is just my favorite thing ever. You do the podcast live is another thing, another possibility, right? So we got a lot of options here with the podcast. And a lot of that is depending on if we can get sponsors. But even if we can't get sponsors, there's still a possibility I'll do it twice a week or just more, right? So like the Friday, and then whenever I feel like doing one, just throw it in. Because there'll be Mondays or Tuesdays or Sundays or Saturdays right after I've done it. I'm like, I want to do another podcast. And it's like, gotta wait a week, right? So it could just be like the Friday regular and just as many as I want whenever. It could be anything like that, right? So that's awesome. That is awesome. So probably going to be looking at a lot of double uploads, which is great. My original idea was this. I don't know what the future holds for top fives. I'm going to continue doing top fives as long as I have fun with them, as long as I have content to make about them, because they can kind of get boring if you don't have like good things to make. But I've been actually finding a lot more that I had missed and just good ideas in general. So I don't think like top fives. I don't think top fives are gonna run out because we're also gonna get more Exo Zombies, and then we're gonna get Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 3 in November. So or whatever the next COD is, right? So like for me, I'm thinking double uploads. So how that would work would be basically 7 days of the week. Monday to Sunday, and then back to Monday and around again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every single day is a challenge, okay? So we upload a challenge every single day, like a part. So like what I normally do, like the 10 to 20 minute little part, upload that every single day. So we always have a challenge running on my channel constantly. And that would be like probably, I'm just throwing numbers out here, times out here rather. That'd be like a 1 p.m. Eastern, right? So people in the UK, that's great for you because that's 5. That'd be 6 o'clock your time. So you get to see that. That's great. People waking up on the East Coast or the West Coast, that's great for you. Perfect time, right? And then what I normally do is 5 p.m. Eastern. Maybe move that ahead to 6 o'clock. So that'd be 10 o'clock for you UK guys. It's still not too late. And then a 2 o'clock for West Coasters and everyone in the middle. Australia people, I have no idea what your time zone is. I always forget it, but that'd probably be when you're sleeping. I'm sorry, but you might even be waking up. I don't know, but that's how that would work. So basically, it'd be the live challenge every day at 1 p.m. Eastern. So 6 UK, 9 West Coast. Not bad, right? You wake up and there's a video there. And then like at probably 6 p.m. Eastern would be the podcast if it was going up that day, an announcement that I'm going to be live streaming that day, right? Like a top 5, just a random commentary that I wanted to make, a little funny fail, like a little like minute long zombies fail, something like that. So it'd be like live challenge every single day of the week. And then kind of supplementing in there, like on Friday would be the podcast. Friday would be live comm, then podcast. Saturday would be live comm, then top 5. Maybe Sunday would be like live comm. And then, like I just said, the other possibility is some streaming. So maybe stream 2 or 3 times a week now that I have over 100,000 subscribers and get partnered with Twitch. So throw some streaming in there once every week. So bottom line is there's going to be a lot of content coming your way. A lot, like a beautiful amount. It's gonna. Whoa! Did you see that? You see that? Look at that. Oh, Jesus. Watch this. Little flame. It's my hand. It's cool how the light works. But yeah. So moral of the story is a lot of content. So I'll probably be uploading like maybe 10 to 11. Like probably not double uploads every day because that's a lot. But I don't know about the second channel. I've never felt good about a second channel. I've never been able to maintain one for more than a couple months. So maybe not a second channel, but double uploads on my channel I could do. And then on top of that, just go ahead and let's just say like 10 uploads a week, right? 10 uploads a week, and then 2-3 live streams a week. How friggin' sick would that be? That would be awesome. I can't think of anything better than that. That would be a lot of fun. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like that would be a point of income where it's in my best interest to do that rather than work, right? So you guys get a ton of content. I get an income that's going to be good for me, and I get to do what I love for 4 months. And then, the rest, I'm not going to sit in the basement my whole summer. I'm going to try to work out, honestly, daily if I can. That'd be sick. If I was doing like 6 a day, like 6 a week, and then 1 day off, that would be sick. I'd have a lot of free time to do whatever I want because I don't have to work, right? I could go visit my friends down in the city. I could do this. I could do that. I'd be a free man. I'd be self-employed. How sick would that be, mother effers? That is what my summer's going to be. My April 22nd through to August 29th. So that's going to be awesome. You should be excited because you're getting more content. I should be excited because I'm going to be very happy. Unless I realize like 3 months in, YouTube isn't for me full time, and I'm like, okay, cool. We're just going to do this part-time for the rest of the summer. In that case, whatever. But I think it'll be good. I think you guys are going to be happy, so I wanted to throw that in there. And then the last thing I wanted to throw here, perfect ending, by the way, 55 minutes. We've got 5 minutes left. I want to talk about Patreon. So I started this Patreon because I was like, I don't have an income source. If I do this, maybe like $200 to $300 a month would be really nice just to have coming in, just a little bit of cash coming in, a little bit of spending money, right? Because I didn't think I was going to be making money from YouTube anymore, and it turns out, as far as I can tell, my network has flipped that, and they're overriding YouTube's strike, kind of. So it's not like illegal or anything, but it's just like they can run their own ads. So it's like I'm not making as much because I don't have like the typical YouTube pre-rolls, but I still have some ads going on my channel, which is nice because I'm still making some income. With that being said, now that I have Patreon here, and it's like, I just realized it's a lot of commitment, and I'm not good with liability. That's what Patreon is looking at to me right now, is like, I got like 3 people who want to play an hour of zombies, and I'm excited to do that. I think that's going to be cool because it's like, I'm going to get to meet some fans. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking like I might just cancel it and just give them everything for free. Now, the second I say this, everyone's going to go sign up and be like, oh, you promised me for free. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet, but I don't even know if I can because I've already paid, so never mind. But I'm probably going to cancel Patreon. It's just a liability that I don't like thinking about. I got people messaging me every day like, Patrick, when can we play? And I'm like, I don't have any of my systems here. I can't do anything right now. Sorry, bro. Like that kind of stuff. It's just like, I hate liability. I the way I live my life is like, I want to be debt free. When I get out of college, I want to be debt free. I don't want to take on no student loans. Fortunate enough that I'm in a situation where that's probably going to be the case, unless I'm really stupid with my money. But I don't like debt. I know people who, I'm making this much, I can afford to finance a truck. It's like, yeah, or, I like buy it. I don't even know how financing works, but like, basically owing other people money or owing other people debts, hate it. Worst feeling ever. It gnaws at my soul. And just like knowing like someone's paid $5 and I'm going to add them as a friend is like, I'm sorry, bro, I don't have my thing with me right now. I can't physically add you, but I want to, but I can't. And it's like stressing me out. And Patreon is just turning into something that is not for me. I might keep it. It's like, if you want to donate, sure, but probably not a lot I can give you. There's someone that paid for the $10. I wonder if they had any questions, because I should definitely check that out and give them their service. See, I don't even know how Patreon works. 516 activity. Okay. See, no one really like for patrons only. Wait, I can't check. Oh, I'm not signed in. See, here, let me just log in real quick and see if I got any messages. Oh my god, Patreon. Oh my god, you're a piece of junk. Yeah, Patreon's probably gonna go out the window. It's just a headache, and like it's really hard to contact people through it. But we did hit $250, so I will do. As promised, I will do a high round attempt. Not really high round, but just a 40 round 40 to Origins. Like, I don't even know how Patreon works. So yeah, Patreon, I just thought I'd let you guys know Patreon's probably going out the window. So yeah. All right. Wow, we actually made it an hour. That's unreal. That is unreal. Wow, look at that, guys. I can't believe, I was like, this is going to be like half an hour. Bang, look at that. We did it. Okay, guys. So what was I going to say? We're going to summarize here. All right, so Lex is back. Get that in your minds. Lex is back. Look at that. Look at that awful frame rate. Lex is back. Okay. Be a good friend. Don't be a cunt. And if you want to get into YouTube, motherfucker, you're going to have to work your ass off. But it's worth it. Trust me. It is so worth it. The fact that I play video games for a living now, and even it's only going to be for probably a year or two, I know this is going to ride out, is so stupid. Is so stupid. Like, I, not literally, but quite close, play video games for a living. Really, I entertain for a living, and I entertain through video games. But, like, that's ridiculous. That's stupid. And I never, ever wouldn't have done this if I didn't say one day, let's try this. And, people say, like, oh, YouTube is saturated now. You can't do it. Maybe not. But, obviously, they say the best time to start was Modern Warfare 2 because that was when everyone's making money and getting videos. Look at all the guys who started from Modern Warfare 2. There's not many left. Nanners, like, not many doing well. White Boy's kind of dying out. Like, I'm not trying to call people out, but White Boy's doing well, I think. Like, who else is out there? Woody's Gamertag, he kind of quit. FPS Russia, he doesn't really upload anymore. And I'm not trying to call people out because, like, they did well, they made a lot of money, and they knew that my time's up, so it is what it is. But to be like not even on that level, but like kind of on that level is like, what? Like, really? Like, that's me. Like, 250,000 subscribers, that's me. Like, I'm that guy. I have 200. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I really honestly don't comprehend the 250,000 subscribers. Because when I was like in grade 9 and I watched, like those YouTubers that I just mentioned, they didn't even have 250,000 subscribers at the time. So it's like, that's, well, what? What? It's so stupid. It is so stupid that some kid from Nova Scotia, Truro, Nova Scotia, like this small ass town, is getting paid to play video games for a living. So I don't know, man. I never thought like that this would be a thing. I never thought that. I didn't think a lot of things, guys, but really, I don't even feel worthy of it. I don't even feel worthy of this many subscribers. Like, I don't feel worthy. The fact that like I see all my friends like going off to work at like really shitty jobs, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just staying home playing video games. Like, it's like, no, that's so stupid. It's no fair. Honestly, I really feel like it is no fair. Like, it's like, what did I do different? And then it's like, well, okay, I did grind at this for the last 2 years and now it's paying off, but like, still, I just don't feel deserving. I'm blessed, but the only thing I did was work really hard. That's the only thing I did. I guess like, if you want it, it's there, but you just got to work at it and little luck along the way. But yeah, it's cool, guys. It is such a good feeling. When I got that plaque, it was like, wow, this is real. This is real. That was one of the best feelings, honestly. I think the best feeling I've had from YouTube was when I hit 100,000. The actual number itself, just reloaded the page. It was like 999,982, whatever. Reload it. 100,000 subscribers, and it was like, fuck yeah. I don't know. I'm getting real weird right now, and I don't know. It's just it is stupid. Next week we might get Lex. I'm trying to get. I don't know if you guys know what East Coast Lifestyle is. It's a company. I'm trying to get the creator of that on the podcast. Long shot, but basically he went to the same university that I'm at right now, and he started this company called East Coast Lifestyle. They sold t-shirts, and now it's like huge. And I just think, actually, as a guy I could probably get on because we go to the same university. We went through this. He went through business. I'm going through business. I have started a business. He has a really good business, so it's kind of cool. I think it would make for a really epic episode, and honestly, it would be a treat for me as well. So Alex McLean, if you want to go tweet at him, go tell him good on the SmithSquad podcast. But I'm probably gonna I gotta get his attention, so it's gonna be hard because he has a lot of followers. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'll talk to you later. Look at that, 105. I just don't even want to end this. But I really have nothing else to talk to, and I really do need to go. So thank you guys. I love you. I really love you. There's a lot of people out on YouTube who are dickheads, but for the majority, you guys are all pretty awesome, and you're all really friendly and really nice, and you just like my videos, and I don't even know why. But it's awesome. So that makes, I like all of you, and I guess you kind of tend to like me because you're still here. So I'm rambling, guys. I don't know where this is going, so I'm just gonna end it out right now. Thank you so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You are a beautiful soul. If you have been with me that long that you get that reference, then you are a really beautiful soul. Bye, guys. Oh my god, I don't want to end this, but Joe Rogan does that. He always goes, "All right, bye, big kiss." Kisses the microphone, and every time I do that, people are like, "Man, don't kiss the microphone. That's gay." All right, guys, bye.